Let's talk about CNN. Speaking of out of touch mainstream articles.
Well, it's out of touch, but that's not really the thing about it that bothers me.
So CNN released an article, and you see these like Yahoo, and you have these list sites that release these articles about, oh, well, you look at this. So CNN, moneycnn.com released like your video games could be worth $12,000. And you're seeing these more and more. Again, they're like 4 years too late on this, 5 years too late when it comes to that famous Yahoo front page Yahoo article about the stadium events auction. And that sort of flipped the switch on people paying attention to retro video games as something bad and good alike. So it's just about, like old baseball cards collect dust, and now you got your Atari Game Boy and rare prototype cartridges that worth a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. Your Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time can be worth $25 now. It was only worth $12 in 2010. Wow. Not the best example, but he's right,
Holy crap, they used Aaron Stapish from Retro Liberty for quotes in a lot of this article. Anyways,
J.J. Hendricks who does the video game price charting guy, which we've talked about before.
So I look at this article, and it's, honestly, it's fairly mild, and it's not as, what's the word I'm looking for? Not extraordinary. It's not sensationalist as previous ones, but I do know that it's CNN money. Maybe not everyone's going to see it, but I do know that these sorts of articles generally lead to a couple of rough weeks for me at work.
Aaron Stapish of Retro Liberty, which I've met, nice kid. He does sort of his own flea market adventuring videos. I think you brought up before in the show.
Yeah,
he was quoted as saying, "I'm kind of creating the problem as well." I guess he means shedding light on the fact that you can get these games. I don't think it's that cut and dry in terms of now. Have I had people say to me, "I'm now going to flea markets because of you"? Yes, that's happened.
Just real quick, how many more people can we name drop in this episode? We got Billy, we got Jay, we got this Aaron Stapish guy who's really
Lucky
nice.
Palmer, the VR
Lucky
Oculus.
Palmer,
I don't know him. But it's whether or not chicken or the egg. Do you do like a Flea Market Madness video and people all of a sudden want to buy the games, or does that make them seek them out? Because I don't think it automatically raises the price. I think it raises the awareness, perhaps, but there's a far cry between raising the awareness and all of a sudden, I want to get a game collection of 300 games.
There's this fucker bitching in the comments about how...
right now?
No,
I'm sure right now, too, though.
Probably.
Look down right now, he's probably bitching.
Just getting ready. I mean, we haven't even published this shit, but they're just scrolling out there, I'm gonna hate fucky, and... he was saying that you had created it was when we were talking about Famicom and Super Famicom games, and that you had created this artificial market or something, even though we said they weren't going up in value, and cited that we are solely responsible for raising the price of Danny Sullivan's Indie Heat. And it's like, no. If we when people like us or Aaron Stapish or Billy and Jay name drop go out and talk about these games we love, it makes people interested in them, but it doesn't... Us talking about games we love on a platform that people can view, that's not our problem. And I'm sorry, I want to get that out there. If you don't... You can't have your cake and eat it too. Do you want to watch content about video games? Yeah? Then we're going to talk about video games we like, and we're going to mention them by name. And if they go up in price, I'm really fucking sorry. Wine. Yes. Now lick it and put it back.
No, I don't damage you that much. But Danny, fuck it. Danny, you deserve to be front and center.
You're front and center,
over my
Danny.
Pat NES cart.
Danny's looking real good next to my PlayStation 4 Mahjong game that I just got in the mail today.
Yeah, the price will go up on that one too. That'll be experimental. We'll talk about Mahjong on PS4 every week. And see
I think
what
I might
happens.
do my first stream actually playing that. Anyway, continue.
Something you use for my worthless black magic device. We'll get into that later, son of a bitch.
Son of a whore.
So the advice from CNN is, luckily, there are some cheap solutions to get a quick dose of nostalgia. Nintendo's Virtual Console allows you to download classic titles on the Wii U or Nintendo 3DS. Yeah. The Retron 5 console by Hyperkin sells for hundreds. The Retron 5 is not going to make it cheaper.
Right, exactly.
The only thing the Retron 5 does is cut your consoles down. You'll maybe save a couple $100 most instead of buying 7 systems. But you're still going to buy all the fucking games for it. You're not actually saving money.
Right, that line is ridiculous. That has nothing to do with the price of games. That has something to do with the price of systems.
What is there? There's 6 consoles on the Retron 5? It'll cost you.
NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis, all the import versions of those, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, and with an adapter,
You're only saving
Master System.
You're only saving $100 versus buying the individual systems.
Yeah,
off
sure.
the top of my head. Genesis, you can buy a converter of the Genesis for $60 total, and an Ace you can buy for like $60, $70. A GBA you can buy for $30. There, I just covered.
A good one. Yeah.
And Super Nintendo, okay, yeah, $240 you can get them all. So anyway, yeah, I like you brought up, you can't, like I said, you can't have a cake and eat it too. You like the Flea Market Madness episodes?
You want to watch content on video games?
You want to watch content on video games? People are going to know about it.
Then cry yourself to sleep when the price of a game accidentally goes up. Not any fault of our own.
Danny!